Taco just keeps missing the first. Taco's no longer the #1 fan. What's up, Dino? Don't have my Twitch at the moment. No worries, man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, sir, Sprig. Mod review is today. All right, guys, I actually went through them this time. Wrote them out right there. We've got 6 mods. 6 mods to review today. Did I show you guys this? Look, Xander got me a wallet. I don't know if you guys were watching a while back when I showed that I didn't have a wallet on the stream. It's just like a plastic bag. My buddy Xander got me a wallet. How nice is that? I resent that, Barton. Barton, I'm gonna review your mod dead last just because you said I was late. Just because you said I was late. I'm gonna review your mod dead last. I know your home address now. Funny thing about this, the home address on my license here, even if you could freeze frame it and figure out what it says, which I'm sure you can't, is actually wrong. This lists my address as Louisville. This is where I used to live. This is my ex-girlfriend's house. So if you do manage to pull the address off of this, the only address you're gonna get is my ex-girlfriend's house, so not my house. I live at least 2 hours, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away from the address on this ID. So that's fine by me. I can dox her all I want. I don't give a shit. Screw that woman. All right, I'm kidding. Anyways, I'm kidding. You flash your ID card. Yeah, I know. It's not mine. It's not my address on there. What about we nuke her house? I mean, you nuke her house and the entire city of Louisville is dead. You might as well just hit the whole city. Like, you don't need to aim at that one house. Scared for your mortality? You should be scared for everyone's mortality, dude. Everyone's mortality is in a constant state of fleeting and is impermanent. No one's mortality is permanent, dude. You should very much be scared of everyone's mortality. Is this a server? This is the server, isn't it? Dude, look at this. Is this a big old catfish or something? What is this? Is this a catfish? I think this is a catfish. I don't know. Looks like a catfish to me, though. I see that people are having some issues getting on the server. I honestly have no idea what would be causing that. Like, genuinely no idea, because I'm not having problems. I have no idea. Also, am I the first one with the yellow badge? Yes, absolutely. Barton, you are definitely the first one with yellow badge, which is freaking awesome. Barton will send an ICBM? Nah. Is the only one that can do the intercontinental part? That's true. Well, no, he's not. We've got plenty of others. I feel like we got plenty of others. All right, whatever. Okay, so I'm getting way distracted. The very first mod is a mod by Commenter. If someone wants to at him and let him know that we are going to be reviewing his mod. I'm actually very excited for this mod, because for those of you that missed one of the OG streams way back in the day, let's see, Commenter submitted a mod called Flintcraft that one of his buddies had made, and it was very cool. And then he announced that his buddy was discontinuing Flintcraft, so he would no longer be working on it. But he said he wanted to continue to work on Flintcraft. Is there a version? I'm not seeing a. Did he tell me with the original? Requires Gecko Lib, play with JAI. Forge 1.20.1. Cool. He decided to continue working on it by himself, separate from Flintcraft, and it's called Commenter Craft. So pretty excited for this one. I mean, honestly, I'm very excited to check it out. So I'm assuming that this is going to be very similar to Flintcraft in respect to this is meant to overhaul the entirety of Minecraft, completely change the world gen, but still feel like Minecraft. Basically, the idea is to bring back that nuanced mystery feeling of classic Minecraft, that where like you just go out and explore stuff and everything felt new, but it all felt like it fit together. It just, you know what I mean? So that is what we are looking for here with Flintcraft. Ender King redeemed a hydrate. Dude, I need to get my glass up here, because I'm pretty sure the only one I have up here is like twice the size of my normal glass. So I'm just flooding myself every time you guys redeem hydrate. Cryo and Hacker. Yeah, Cryo and Hacker also both Intercontinental as well. And Dixie, yep. I think we've got some more of those nowadays too. Hang on. Okay, all I have is this gigantic glass, so I'm not filling that. I'm not filling the whole thing. It's about halfway full. That's fair enough. There we go. Woo. Oh, and then push-ups. Oh, come on, man. Ugh. Oh my gosh. If there's one thing I don't feel like doing right now, it would be push-ups. Swedish chef again. Gosh, how does he... I can't even remember how the Swedish chef sounds. Oh, Wins Animator. What's up? Tuning in on YouTube, chatting away. Welcome to the stream. Let me do these push-ups first. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. You guys are brutal. Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Setups. My goodness. Move this over here. Whew. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Whew. I do not remember how this Swedish chef sounds, but we'll figure it out. Posture check, stretch. Barton, you do realize that your mod is dead last when it comes to the review, so you're gonna be waiting a fat minute. What is the Swedish chef sound like? I do kind of want to stretch though, honestly. It actually sounds really nice. Yeah, Barton working against himself. Haka with the follow. Yeah, what's up? Yes, Swedish chef. How does this guy sound? Barton with the follow. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, now I remember. Okay. Yeah, well, that's gonna be lovely. Okay. Okay. It's just like slurring and messing up my speech. I feel like the way I feel like people are gonna call me racist or something like that. Come on. We'll do a stretch first. Alright, hang on. Do a stretch here and oh boy. Hold it. Then bring them apart. Oh my. Oh, I really needed a stretch. Hang on. Oh my. Whew. There we go. That actually felt really good. I really like that. Ugh. We play on the server after? I probably will. I'm not gonna say anything for sure, but I probably will, honestly. Please add me to the Creatopia faction. I can do that, man. I can do that. Hang on. I know that this is a big deal to you guys. So let's take a quick detour and I'll see if I can't hop on there and do that for you. Just because we don't have that many reviews today, so I'm confident we'll get through all of them, so I will go ahead and hop on there and do that for you. Ugh. She's a loading. What mod is this? This is actually the server. We got immediately distracted. King wants me to send him an invite to our faction, just real quick. So that's what I am going to do. And then we're going to be reviewing commenters commenter craft. So no, why, dude? Because I'm easily distracted. That's why. Sprig, you didn't even submit a mod for review, so I don't know why you're like pushing the mod review. Right. Slash feed the beast teams party invite. Ender, you're not in here. Oh, Phantom. There you go. All right. Here we are. I sent you an invite, man. Phantom, I sent you an invite. It's right there. All you gotta do is, yep, there you go. Cool. Hey, Helga. What you doing? For anyone, just real quick, for anyone who's in here, I don't think anyone would be watching the stream but hasn't tuned in yet. Look at this. Look at this town. Look at this wall. Server's going pretty good. Pretty fun. I got a whole bunch of cobblestone in here. Yeah. I need to set up a tree farm and whatnot so I can get more walnut and whatnot. But it's all looking pretty good. Oh, he's got a wheat farm out there. Sweet. That's actually like perfect. Wheat farm out there. And we're starting to work. Well, I'm starting to work. Would people with cracked launchers be able to join? Maybe. I don't know. I'm starting to work on the front out here. You can see I've kind of dug out a little pathway. I'm going to work that pathway all the way out and over to spawn. And I'm starting to fill in some like wheat fields here. I'm going to try and fill out the wheat fields. I'm going to build like a little house right here. We got some farms going on down there. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's pretty cool. All right, but we got mods to review. Can't be talking about my mod pack. What is this? Oh, this is ready to go. Okay. Here we go. Creating new world. Start the mod reviews, bro. Y'all so impatient. Oh, we have to do the Swedish Chef. How does one? Hang on. What percentage is my phone at? 26. That should be fine. My phone been dying all morning because it's pretty low. All right. I'm going to set an alarm. I cannot do the Swedish Chef. Mr. Browser! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, pros here. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for talking with us. Need to give you a quick disclaimer. Barton recently redeemed a voice impression where he wants me to talk like the Swedish Chef from gosh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, Sesame Street. I was like, why is my brain completely blanking right now? Sesame Street. So I'm gonna be doing that for the next 5 minutes. That's why I'll sound ridiculous. But here we are. 5 minutes on the timer. I got 5 minute timer. Come into craft. Come into craft. Right here. Come into craft. Launch. The Muppets. The Muppets seem to be straight. It's something. Pretty much the same thing. We gotta wait for it to learn. Wait for it to learn. It's terrible. I know it's terrible, but I'm doing it anyways. Ryder is standing character from Big Mouth. I understand. It's not Swedish Chef. I sound like the guy from Big Mouth. All right. I can't do it. I just hear the guy from Big Mouth every time I open my mouth. My big mouth. Right. Right. This is Commentary Craft. It's kind of like a different version of regular Minecraft. The cactus. Well, the cactus armor. I mean, it should work on. I mean, it doesn't damage me. Okay, that's one thing. All right, we're gonna go survival. Oh, it does. It does. Oh my goodness! Why is it so big? Comment. You can go into the model settings and change the model settings in Blackburn so that it doesn't appear this way. Yes, don't mind me asking, but how is my mod exactly last in the review? Yours is last because I hate you. No, I'm kidding. It's not. It's fourth. Third to last. It's third to last. The sweetest share. Oh my. Oh my. Shiver. It's terrible. It's so terrible. It's I don't know. I'm so confused. No, I gotta do the impression. All right. It looks like there's plenty of ores. Ruby ore and topaz ore and wait, classic Minecraft. Wait, what? Oh, I think I got a bunch of. I got a whole other mod loaded. I gotta uninstall this other mod. Oh my. Yeah, I'm not paying attention. Oh man. Oh, Roblox looks as good. I always think that Minecraft is Roblox. It's not Roblox. Why? It's Minecraft. You sound like Yoda, but with this mouth full of food. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Not good impression. I don't watch the Muppets very often. I think this is the best version of the impression I've done so far. Oh, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's time. Okay, that was absolutely horrendous. Do the hydrate. Yeah, I should do the hydrate. I don't know why this is taking so long, but I'm gonna do the hydrate real quick. There we go. Let's delete comment. Sweet. Now that's what we're looking for. Now let's launch this again, and then we do the hydrate. My goodness, this is gonna. I'm gonna be so. All right, here we go. There we go. Yo, check that out. Y'all see that? Boom. Right there. Right there, boys. Shout out to me. Shout out to me indeed. Shout out to myself. Just in case you didn't know it. All right, there we go. Safe mode's fine. Nice. I don't know what that little arrow means. It feels like you just figured out that you can type arrows, so you're typing arrows. All right. Oh my goodness, what is this? Wisp dev name. These are pretty cool. What is this? This flower over here. How many flowers do you have? This is barely tall. Like, it's like 2 or 3 pixels tall. They call it tall grass. I do kind of like it, though. I like it that it's not, like, super tall. You know what I mean? I have no idea why the wisp is called dev name. Couldn't tell you. A blue poppy. I mean, yeah, definitely blue. Definitely blue. Why is wisp, like, the only thing spawning is my question. So if we break grass, yeah, we don't get anything. But if we do, like, I don't know, shears, if we shear it, do we get stuff? Because he's like literally recreating Minecraft. No, yeah. So I mean, no way to get the grass, it would seem. And you can't shear the leaves. Who knows? Maybe you can't even get shears. Like, maybe it's not even possible to get shears with commenter craft. It's really hard to say. That's cool though. I don't know if that will ever become grass again. Like, I don't know if he has grass spreading set up. He probably doesn't. It's not just a texture pack. This is completely different. This is not actually grass. This is called grass block. It's completely different. This is the wisp. It says wisp dev name, as you can see up there at the very top. So it looks like we got a forest over here. Maple's pretty cool. I'm gonna do at commenter. Here we go. Looks like maple and willow are the only 2 woods. Oh. Okay, so there's 3, but there's only 1 sapling. Maple, pine, and willow. Which is pretty cool. And this is what? Sapphire? What is sapphire used for? Sapphire bricks, sapphire pendant, and blue thread. It looks like there's thread in this game. Yeah, different colors of thread. Pretty cool. So it looks like instead of using dyes, you just use the direct item. See, I personally would prefer a way to create dyes from the item, but it is, you know, that's me. And it looks like he has different types of chests. That's interesting. Copper chest and iron chest. Let's see if there's a difference. Oh! Dang, that's pretty cool, honestly. even though I don't think it actually like works as a double chest, it does visually look like one. Yeah. They're their own individual chests. Which makes it a little bit weird that they connect and they don't connect on the top. Like, it's a work in progress, but I can see, yeah, so your chest is small, which makes sense. And then your copper chest is bigger. And then your iron chest just crashed the game. Yeah, it crashed the game. How do you represent, what is that, 8/4 of a fraction? Here. It's pretty complicated. It's like, you know, it's pretty advanced maths, but it's a symbol you don't see all that often. But 8/4 of a fraction can be expressed through this symbol right here, right there. That's all you gotta do is draw that symbol, and that means 8/4 of a fraction. Yeah, Barton's got it. Yeah. Yeah, so we just crashed. Let's launch it up again. It could be something else being, no, I'm pretty sure he's just being silly. Yeah. Yeah, he says that's the joke. I was right. The word represent? What do you mean? How do you represent an 8/4 fraction? Right, yeah, so like what symbol, what image means or represents 8/4? 2, that's the joke. 2 is the answer. It's the correct answer. Proceed, come on. Come on. I have a feeling that this iron chest is gonna crash out. Make me crash out again. Yeah. So something about the iron chest is making me crash out. So that's really annoying. Dang. Well, now I still got more stuff I want to see. Now I'm gonna have to like relaunch the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. The chest probably has more slots in a set. Yeah, it's exactly what the problem is. I'd be willing to bet that that's what the problem is. It's a good guess. Yeah. All right. The thing is, there's like so much to commenter craft because he's recreating the entire game, but the majority of it is just things like grass. You know what I mean? Like grass. And let's get this out of here before it crashes us again. Like here's the thing. I like the textures. I know they're a little bit harsh. But for the most part, I like them. Like, yeah, it's a little bit oversaturated, but I dig it. I can see where like a texture pack could easily do this, right? Let's see what type of biomes he's got. He's got the desert, which we've seen. He's got the maple forest, which we're in right now. Let's check out the pine forest. Pretty cool. So one thing else, oh, there we go. I was literally just about to say, I don't see any lakes anywhere, like any water lakes. So this water is very transparent. Like there is almost no detailing on the top whatsoever. So that's a little weird and a little off-putting, but other than that, I don't think it's a big deal. Pine forest, pretty cool. Are there any structures? Doesn't seem, at least not using like the built-in structure feature. There's not. So, and I bet you this is the one in between, because this is a pine forest and this is what, maple, willow. Yeah, willow forest probably, and this is the maple over here. Yeah, willow forest. That's where we are right now. And then plains? I don't think we've seen a plains. But these are some pretty solid, like, yeah, I mean, these would be my starting biomes if he's going to recreate the entirety of Minecraft. One thing I will say, I'm not impressed with this world gen. Now, there's probably only so much he can do. But look at this. This is the plains. It looks more like rolling hills to me. And even then, they don't really roll. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like the oldest world generation Minecraft has. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like the alpha world gen. So that would be really nice if you could, if he could improve world gen. But there's probably only so much he can do. And I feel like the forests need to be a bit denser. You know what I mean? Probably like twice this dense. Because I just don't feel like, there's much going on. You know what I mean? So if you could improve the terrain, make it a bit smoother, that'd be one thing. If the forest could be a bit denser, that'd be another thing. I'm sure that the grass isn't working, not spreading properly, as you can see there. Implementing shearing mechanics for your grass, your like actual grass blocks and whatnot, and your leaves and whatnot, that's going to be another thing. Fixing your iron chest, that's going to be another thing. For the most part, I'm going to assume kind of the rest of this is working just fine. I will say, you've got iron swords and iron gear up here. Oh, there's iron ore, I say, but I don't see iron ore anywhere, so that's weird. But no, there's the iron ore. That makes sense. A writhing soul. I'm guessing that happens. You get those from killing a wisp. Unbound soul, pendant, diamond bricks, rotten apple, sunflower bush. That's cool. Jute. Interesting. What the heck is jute? I'm bored. Is parallelogram, bro. No, but only work in Twitch. It's a parallelogram. I see it. I don't really see the point of changing so much about the game. Why make custom water or why custom diamonds or coal? It just allows you to control every aspect of the game. You know what I mean? Like if there's a mechanic or part of the game that you don't like or don't want, you can change it. You know what I mean? You have complete and total control over every aspect of the game. You know what I mean? That's why create your own. So that it feels like Minecraft, but it's completely different. It's unfortunate because it's definitely still in the alpha phase. I can tell it's still in the alpha phase because right now, yeah, it just feels like knockoff Minecraft. Like it's trying to be Minecraft, but it's not. But that's not really the goal. The goal is to try not to be Minecraft, to be like Minecraft, but different, to be a knockoff, but not to be a knockoff, to be its own thing. You know what I mean? But he's only finished putting in the basics, you know what I mean? So right now it just feels like any other Minecraft spin-off knockoff game, right? He hasn't really put in the work to make what is here feel complete and well-rounded and standalone. It's got you know, he needs more work. And there's only so much you can do, and M Creator is your coding platform. So, all right. I'd say that pretty much covers commenter craft. I need to find the form. Here it is, mod review form. There we go. And now if I put this up, we should have just like that. Yeah, perfect. Hang on. Now it's I messed it up. Why'd I mess it up? Hang on. There we go. There we go. All right, this is going to be comment or craft. First impressions loading in. I mean, my first impressions weren't really different than the first time I played it. I guess the first time I played it, I was very impressed with like Flintcraft and whatnot. So my first impressions weren't much, but there's not too much there is the thing. And I've seen it before. Like it's originally is a really cool trick. I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10 just because I wasn't really blown away or super impressed. You know what I mean? But like it wasn't bad. Do you like hot dogs, Ace? Hot dogs aren't bad. I'll eat a hot dog. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I have a very strong opinions about hot dogs one way or the other. The amount of content. Now that's the thing. You got an immense amount of content here. I would highly recommend going back, refining the content you have before adding any more because it needs some love. The content that's there really needs some love. Like I said, you've got the bare basics, but if it worked, it would still pop, but it doesn't quite work. It needs more love. But the amount of content is there. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 actually. The quality of the content, here's the thing, it needs more work. I like the textures and whatnot, but as far as function, I think the majority of it's not really working. Progress, just next month I'm 100% submitting my mod for review. Do it. That's awesome, dude. Art and texture quality is mostly there. It leaves a little bit to be desired. Creativity, I think it's very creative. You need to continue with your creativity. This whole mod requires immense creativity, but I like it so far. Unique features, that's the thing. You don't really have many for the whole premise being unique features. I am going to give you a 6 because you do have some unique features and the premise is unique features, and technically the whole thing is unique, but you know. And the immersion feel and vibe is on. I'll give that a 9 out of 10. You need to keep working on that though. Keep immersing, keep working on the textures, keep working on the functionality. I like the chest, so I'm gonna give you a bonus point there. I like the inclusion of the derpy cactus, so I'm gonna give you an extra 1 there because that was something from Flintcraft that I absolutely fell in love with. But that's gonna be it for your bonus points. Not too much. A lot of work still needs to be done on this mod. So that brings you to 5, 12, 17, 25, 34, 40, 49, 51 stars, which is a not bad, actually. Not a bad score at all. So I would take that if I were you. I would definitely take that if I were you. Just going to tell you that my mod has got splash text. I don't think you might be able to get them because there's only like 5 of them. Fair enough. No worries, man. Thank you for letting me know. Didn't have time for your streams for this stream mod review, but next review I'm submitting something. Dude, do it. I'm excited for it. I'll be waiting. I'm sitting here right now waiting. All right, that is commenter craft done. So the next mod we are reviewing is Hugs mod, which doesn't officially have an name. I think you just called it my mod, which is fine. Just totally fine. Looks like it's a Neoforge 1.21.4 mod, so we can open up our 1.21.4 instance here. Get rid of this mod master submission, cloth config, all of this should be fine. Let's drag and drop Hugs mod in here and then launch. Ace, I remembered something. When you do my mod, the creator page has more pictures, but Forge has a newer version. Okay, gotcha. Ugh. Ugh. Big stretch. Hug says, yeah, Hug's very first mod he's ever made. I'll cut you some slack, man. Oh, Neoforge. Gotcha. Gotcha. We can fix that. Neoforge. Install Neoforge. Newest version. Boom. Now we can launch. Perfect. Curse for no, I knew exactly what you meant, Barton. That's not a problem. All right, I gotta go to the while this launches. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Zoglin, is that one of your special flavor texts there? Zoglin, probably not. Not my best work, just did it for fun. No worries. I'm excited to check it out. MMMC. Commenter we did. Yes. Just wrapped up with that. Yeah. Ooh, I got boogie. Yes, sir. Can always rewind and rewatch. We did try to get you, try to at you and whatnot. There we go. Doesn't look like there's a creative tab, which is kind of annoying. That's kind of cool though. Yeah, very evident that you're just messing around and whatnot. Let's do /locate. See if we can't find any biomes. Gargamma. See what a Gargamma biome looks like. Give S night vision infinite. So it looks like this biome is not generating properly, which is pretty standard for mCreator. That's really cool. Fun fact, guys, on the server, I have no idea, absolutely no idea if we are above an ancient city or anything like that. Like, I haven't checked what's under us, so no idea what's down there. What did I think of it? I thought it very, like, as a spiritual successor to Flintcraft, I thought it was great. I think it has more work to be done. I think that's evident. It felt like a really good baseline. You know what I mean? It felt like you've done a really good job at getting the world set up, which is like step one. I said some things about smoothing it out. Like, the terrain generation isn't great, but I don't know how much control over that you have, so I don't really blame you or anything. Is this it? Is this the Gargamma? Hang on. Yeah, this is the Gargamma biome, like the tiny bit that just spawned. Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's why it's alpha. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. I said that. I was like, yeah, it's evident that the mod is still in alpha version. I thought that was pretty clear. But I did like what you have there. I would highly recommend focusing on what you have and improving it. There's a couple of small things, like your custom block models for your cactus. They don't fit in the hand right. They're really big. A couple of other things like that. So it would be nice to remove or to fix that. The iron chest crashes the game when you try to open it. The chests visually connect together but don't actually connect their interior and whatnot. Just a bunch of other things like that. What is this? Hey, so there's an ancient city just outside the border, we believe. Okay. So it says a ton of skulk. Probably that would actually work out really well, because then when we unlock Nether, we can also unlock Ancient City, because it expands that far. You know what I mean? It's really hard to see all this stuff because you don't have a creative inventory. What does a heart do? Arrow of Heart Potion. Heart Potion just gives you absorption? See, that seems weird. Okay. I'm assuming that just gives me a lot of health back. Uranium, cool. Gives you uranium tools. I don't think I would want to be doing anything with uranium tools. Alt click. Monkey spawn egg, a Muppet spawn egg, and a cube spawn egg. I want to see what these monkeys are. We already saw the Muppets. They were like cows, right? This is so racist. I didn't see the face. I thought it was just like a Steve body but black. I was like, no, don't do that. Oh my gosh, it's not good. It's not good. Oh man, I got a buddy who looks like this. His name's Eric. Damn, uranium coming in with the damage, dude. Chrono Steel's nuts though. That's the real one. Oh my gosh, no, uranium is the same as Chrono Steel. Yeah, the exact same. LeBron. I'll get added LeBron James to the game. Will you rotate the store today? I don't know, maybe. I might, but I might not. Because here's the thing. I don't want you to guys to be too focused on the machinery. I want you to stop. I want you to build, you know? I might not. I was thinking of rotating it every week, not every day. So, anywho, there's another spawn egg. What was it? The cube? I want to see this. The cube. Oh, it's a boss. So if I kill him, I'm assuming he drops the cube here, which is a food item. Ugh. Oh my gosh, dude, I need to blow my nose. Hang on. I need soul sand for my build. Figure it out, dude. Going to make a shop with cheaper stuff. Despite Ace, how are you? I mean, like the bamboo, yeah, you buy it once and then you grow it and then you can sell it for cheaper than I'm selling it. That's really easy. The brass, I don't see how in the world you could possibly, you know, sell it, but maybe not. I don't know. You can't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of the stuff I'm selling in the store, I'm selling in the store because you can't get it anywhere else. Like, you have to buy it from the store to get it. Yeah, you could buy them from the store and then sell them for cheaper, but don't you see that you're losing money by doing that? Like, that's not a good business strategy. Yeah, I don't think this thing does anything. I don't know what this cube does. Oh, a pistol. Oh, we gotta try that out. Come on. This is not pistol-like at all. Hang on. First off, do you see this in my hand? Like, it's behind my hand. I'm not holding it right. And then, if I'm like, clack, it's got the particle effect, which actually kind of makes sense, but the sound doesn't sound right. How much damage does this do? Dang! Okay, that's not bad. That was a full charge. What happens if I don't charge it up at all? still pretty dang good. Yeah. Oh, well, you can spam. Hang on, hang on. Don't care about profit. I do it for spite. Well, you're not spiting anything. You're not spiting anything either, dude, because you're still like you do realize that I'm getting the same profits either way, right? Like if you pay me and then they pay you, so and then you come back and pay me again to restock, you're not spiting anything. It's still coming from me. I'm still the one making the money. You're not spiting anything. You're not. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, actually, I think you're the one that doesn't get it, to be honest with you. But anywho, how fast can we kill the Wither? Honestly, kind of surprised that this sword doesn't kill this guy faster. You ready to die, honky? There you go. Ace, you can make brass. Oh, like in the mod, is that what you're talking about? That's why we need. Oh, I know that. Like, I know why you needed the blaze burner, because you wanted brass. And brass I'm down with, you know what I mean? Like, you want to get brass a little early. That I get that. Like, locking brass until next month was gonna be ridiculous. Like, that's way too much. I just don't know what you can do with soul sand. I need to look into it before I throw it in the shop, because you might be able to do some crazy stuff with it. It's like really OP. So bottled lightning. I gotta try that out. That's actually, this is really cool. I like that. I can't do anything with this. I can't drink. It looks like it's an ingredient. So you use it to charge up this ingot, but this ingot can't be used to do anything. Like, you can't actually do anything with it. You can make blackstone with it, and I need blackstone. Why don't you just ask for blackstone then? I'm not planning on doing math again. I'm not planning. Go to the nether. He can't. The nether is disabled on the server, commenter. You cannot go to the nether. Yeah, this ultra charged omnipotent ingot is like completely useless. Okay, we gotta try the America shield too, of course. Gotta try it. How do you make this? It doesn't have a crafting recipe. Of course it doesn't. Oh, it's just a shield. Like, it's actually, it's literally a shield for blocking. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be hard to test what that can block and what it can't block, so. Lightning ore. Lightning dust. That's crazy, actually. But that plate's not used for anything. After stream, can you check what soul sand does and add to the shop? I really want to build. No. Bottled earth, bottled fire, bottled ice. How do you do those? Oh, okay, it's like bottled lightning. I get it. How do you get that stuff though? Doesn't seem like it was ever officially finished. Right. I mean, it's a work in progress anyway. Actually, kind of fun mod. All right, let's see what this ball does real quick. Definitely a goofy mod, like meant to just mess around. Oh, you just throw it at people? That's so goofy. If it bounced around like a bouncy ball, that would actually be really cool. Does it do damage? Oh, it just does a bunch of knockback, I would assume. Oh my gosh, it actually did a decent amount of damage. I thought it was just gonna do knockback. Why is the ball actually low-key good? Right click with the omnipotent sword. Oh, it throws fireballs and there's no cooldown, so I'm gonna burn down this whole forest. Pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. What's the damage looking like? Oh, that's why the attack speed is lower. It is technically a lower damage overall, but I can just spam fireballs, so. Yeah, I should put the armor on, huh? See, why? See, like, the front two are, like, enchanted. They've got the glow, right? But the back two don't. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's a weird. Like, these are charged, but these back two are not charged. I don't know. Armor doesn't give me anything effect-wise. It also clashes. Like, you can tell that the top is different than the bottom. Like, just visibly. Is this the end game? Have I become God in this mod? I've got full armor, got the sword, got the shield. Followed your tutorial for it? For the armor? Oh, I see. Like, for the armor models and stuff. I got you. I don't know why, but I was expecting a set bonus. I was expecting a set bonus when I put it on. Probably because he told me to put it on and said try it. This is fun, though. Dangerous, but fun. Dangerous and overpowered, but fun. Anywho. Alright. Is that everything? I think that is everything. I mean, there's oil, but I don't know what that's used for. Seems useless. Omnipotent ore, which you smoke for some reason? Smoke the ore into a dust. Don't know how to get this charging elixir. Put it in blast, though? Put what in blast? Put it in blast. I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. Hello, Cryo. What's up? Welcome to the stream. I think he means he made the recipe a blast furnace recipe. And for some reason, it's a smoker recipe. He probably tried to make it a blast furnace recipe and accidentally made it a smoker recipe. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. No, you definitely misclicked because it's definitely a smoker recipe. But no, that makes more sense. 12.5 seconds. Dang, that's forever, dude. I'd say that's it. Nice. Nice. All right, I would say that is it for second one. This is going to be called, I'm just going to call it Hugs First Mod. First impressions, let's see, I loaded in. First impressions, wasn't a creative inventory. Wasn't that great. I'm going to go 4 out of 10 just because it was like pretty mid, you know, nothing really stood out when I searched. No creative inventory, nothing that I found right away. Amount of content, once again, it's going to probably only be about a 4 out of 5. Because you've got content in here, but it's lacking. It's nothing extreme. It doesn't really come together. Quality of the content in here is probably also 4 out of 5. It's all pretty mid-tier. Not very well thought out. Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say we've played it enough to say whether or not it's been thought out. But It's not very well coded. There seems to be a lot of bugs and a lot of issues and not very well balanced. Art texture quality is probably also a 4 out of 5 just because it's not great. The creativity, now it is pretty creative. I'll give you a 7 out of 10 on the creativity because you're being pretty creative here with like the lightning and stuff. I actually kind of like it. I feel like it needs more, it needs to be more thought out, you know what I mean, and more like fleshed out. It needs to work a little bit better together, feel more cohesive, but I do actually kind of like it. Ace, did you try the jewelry in my mod? Actually, I didn't put it on. I saw it. I did not equip it though. I'm gonna go back and skim through my segments. I'll be right back. No worries. We can't see the form. Oh yeah, duh. My bad. My bad. Forgot to pull up the form. My bad. Wait, I can't go back until it's ended. Oh, rough. All right. I thought you could, but I guess not. All right, whatever. Unique features. There's not many. Like most of it's just like a standard armor set with standard ore. You got this lightning and omnipotent stuff kind of here at the end, so I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 10. And the immersion feel and vibe is also really just off. Don't feel like it's that immersive at all. Don't feel like it's got the best feel or vibe, so I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. Bonus points. What is it? It's not unobtainium, it's omnipotent, whatever. It's kind of nice. I'll give you a bonus point for that. I do actually like your idea of bottling elements and whatnot, so that's kind of cool as well, even though it's not fully fleshed out. And honestly, I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it for this. So that brings us to 4, 8, 12, 16, 23, 26, 29, 31. Just under half a stack of stars. 31 is not great. But I have a feeling that's to... I mean, I was kind of expecting that. You said it was your first mod you ever made. You said it was one that you just made to mess around with, one that you don't update anymore. I'm not really surprised. Worst mod? I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the worst we've ever done. Definitely the worst one today. Hopefully. So let's see what is next. The next one on the list is Weird Things. Weird Things is going to be the final new mod of this mod review. Every mod after this is going to be a updated mod from a previous review. So here we are. Weird Things actually has a little video he made with it. It's only about 10 minutes. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Welcome to the, I guess, trailer of all the weird things. So basically, I just added as much random stuff as I wanted to, because
audio is kind of poorly mixed, but that's honestly to be expected. If you go back and look at my old YouTube videos, the audio is also poorly mixed because I don't know what I'm doing.
And see maybe some like modeling stuff too.
Wait, Ace, is Tiny Dinos mod new? No.
All the weird things. So first off,
no, Advanced Medieval we've reviewed before. It's an update.
Gravel, which you make with just, gravel.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Other block you can.
You can make stuff with gravel?
The block, the stairs, the slab, and the wall. But you also have an armor set, which no other block really has.
Yeah.
All the ingots, but doesn't really count. But
yeah, I mean, gravel armor is kind of ridiculous.
What do you expect? It only gives you 2 iron armor bars. It looks cool in my opinion, but it's one of the worst. And you also got the gravel wood set and the door and trapdoor. Yes, I know the door and trapdoor look ugly. It's part of the mod. They're supposed to look ugly. But anyways, this is basically the wood. Nothing really special besides you can craft it by surrounding any wood with gravel. And yeah, it's basically how you get the wood. And the same thing for the leaves. The leaves doesn't generate naturally.
So you can craft gravel wood. That's nuts.
Gravel, sword, pickaxe, axe, and so on. They are not the best. Basically the same thing as.
And then sand. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. At least it's cohesive. I actually really like that. I love cohesivity in mods. So, if you're going to do it with gravel, do it with sand. It makes sense. Yeah, I like that.
Armor, which as smooth sand has. This is a.
Oh, but there's ore? There's sand ore? Oh, interesting.
spawn, well, they should spawn under beaches as well.
Okay, I mean, let's be real. If you're a geologist or you know anything about geology, sand is just rocks that have been ground up into a really fine dust. I mean, it's technically a different type of rock, you know, but it's just rock ground up into dust. Like, it's just a finer version of gravel. Like, it's the same, you know what I mean? Like why would you have sand ore? Sand is just rock. If you put sand into ore form, it's just rocks. Like, that's just sandstone. You know what I mean? Like, sand isn't just rock. I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah, but quartz is a rock too. Sand is usually just quartz. Quartz is also just a rock. Like, quartz is just a type of rock. Guys. I mean, technically it's Gemini AI right here. Maybe we should double check this, but that's all I'm saying. Yes, sand is technically composed of tiny pieces of rock. Yeah, but it's more accurately defined by its size and range than its composition. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm saying sand is rock. Like, sand is just rock. Like, that's all it is. It's just really, 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 really tiny rocks. That's all sand is. It's just, sand is just gravel, but like one step down the chain. You know what I mean? What started this whole thing? Oh, yeah, sand ore. Sand ore makes no sense. It just makes no sense whatsoever.
Really good armor.
Is it sand just a small mineral? Yes, but do you hear what you're saying? Mineral, as in rock. Like, yes. Yes, that's what you're saying. We are speaking the same language. We're saying the exact same thing. It's silica. I mean, sure. Silica is also just a type of rock, if I'm not mistaken, though. Yes, silica is also just a type of rock. Okay, silica itself is not a rock, but rather a mineral, specifically a compound, but it's found in most rocks. So that's the thing. Rock is technically not anything by itself, but rocks are composed of minerals. So I guess it's fair to say that sand is the individual minerals, but when you bring sand together, you get rock, because that's what rock is by definition, is sand compressed into one single thing, right? Like, I mean, not specifically sand, but like when you compress sand, you get rock. That's what it is. Like, you know, like sand is also like a partially composed of crushed up shells, isn't it? Yeah, but shells are also just composed of minerals, like calcium mostly, more than anything else. But yeah, like shells are also just rocks. Technically, they're a very specific type of rock composed of a very specific type of mineral, you know, and specific minerals. But technically, sand is also, or shells are also just rocks. Like, when you define rock as a cluster of minerals, which is what I'm defining it as, for all intents and purposes, every time I say rock, right now when we're talking, I mean a cluster of minerals. Most things are just rocks. You know? You wouldn't find a lot of shells in the desert. Actually false. Actually false. You wouldn't expect to, but you do actually find. Like, if you go to the Sahara, or oh my gosh, what's the desert that separates Egypt and Iraq or Iran and Israel or whatever? That desert, you find a lot of shells out there because it used to be a riverbed and it's all dried up and now it's all just shells. Like, but here's the thing, you find shells everywhere. Like, literally no matter where you go, you will find shells. Maybe not commonly, and I mean, where I live, they'd be like fossilized shells, not actual shells still. Fossilized shells, but you can still find them, and there's a very good reason for that. That I'm not going to get into. Is an amber a rock, Ace? I mean, once again, technically, the way I have just defined rock, even like amethyst is just a rock, because it's just a cluster of minerals. But I don't think so. And so actually, now that I think about it, I think amber is actually organic, like an organic substance, not rock at all. So, no. But I think amethyst would be, right? I think amethyst is, yeah, amethyst is considered a rock, more specifically a variety of quartz, which is also a rock. So if sand is mostly just ground up quartz, then sand is just ground up rocks, which I don't think anyone's going to tell you sand is not ground up rocks. You know what I mean? There's a lot on beaches since they're from prehistoric water snail animals. Wait, Des never really had a lot of animals with shells. I mean, that's just such a dumb. I don't. I'm gonna give you a second to think about that. Just think about it. Just think about it. There's a lot on beaches since they're from prehistoric water snail animals. I'm gonna give you a second to think about that as well. Y'all should check out Nice Name. I've seen Nice Name in a lot of his videos. I love a lot. I've actually, one of Nice Name's videos inspired a project I'm working on in my Minecraft world right now. Not on stream, but like it's a project that I've been working on for a while, and it's a Nice Name video that inspired the whole thing. He's got a bunch of geology Minecraft videos. Yeah, yes, he does. Amber is like from trees. Yes, it's organic. Amber is not a gemstone. Amber is not a rock. Amber is an organic substance. Amber is kind of like honey, like solidified honey. Ambers are the same, but from resin. Same as what? Same as amethyst? No. Rocks are rocks, and you're a rock. You spelled "you're" wrong. So most deserts were covert by oceans a very long time ago, and Cryoman's got is starting to hit the nail on the head here when I say that most deserts also have shells. Everywhere in the world has shells. It's because there's immense evidence that at one point or another the entire planet was covered in water. Because there are shells literally everywhere. So no matter where you go, there is evidence that there was once marine life there, because there's immense evidence that there was at some point in Earth's history, the whole world was covered in water. At some point, there's a ton of evidence for it, and that is why deserts have ocean creatures in them, or shells of ocean creatures in them, left over from when they used to be ocean. Yeah. Ender says, I don't believe in water. Wait, what mod is next? Exactly. What mod is next is Weird Things by State Bros. We're getting way off topic and way distracted here because of this sand ore.
And here you go to the best armor set of the game, the dirt armor. The color here, it gives you two.
I just gotta play this out. Play this. Hang on. It adds just like a bunch of different armor sets, it seems. Did I download it already? I don't think so, actually. Let me... There we go. View mods, we go save. I added the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2? What? Why? What version is this for? Forge 1.20.1. 1.20.1, edit instance, version Forge Suite. We can delete commenter craft and then come in here with all the weird things. And then launch, and we should be good to go. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right. How often do you do mod reviews? Once a month. Isn't this weird things? Yes. Again, bro. Y'all keep redeeming the hydrate. I'm gonna have to keep peeing. So simple. Single player. Create new. Weird things. There we go. Mods after this. Bartek 2 is after this. Oh my gosh, I just finished watching my mod review and you barely touched anything, but it's whatever. Is that I tried, man. I feel like I got it. Well, I mean, some of the more niche stuff it's harder to get into because I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I didn't touch some of the jewelry, but I will say this. I mean that does kind of sum up my opinion about it, right? Was like it felt like you got a lot of the basics in, like the world gen stuff that you need to do what you're trying to do. But it did not feel like you had anything special, anything specific or niche. Isn't this, dude, this is so cool. I've never, ever seen this. The boat generated halfway, like, between biomes and is, like, half and half. It's part oak and part dark oak. That's so cool. For example, there were 3 other mobs compared to the... Oh, dang. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I should have checked for other mobs. And the jewelry. My bad, dude. My bad. Alright, what do we got here? Things. Yeah, so... there we go. How does one polish the gravel? Yes, you make it any other way. I'm assuming that it's not going to be affected by gravity. No, okay. I mean, isn't polished gravel just like cobblestone though? Like, right? Like, isn't polished gravel just cobblestone? Polished gravel helmet, polished gravel pickaxe, yeah. All the logs, oil bucket. Which is, oh my goodness. Wow. That is, you're drinking straight oil. That doesn't even give me any effects. Hang on. Oil, yeah. No, the crafting recipe for Coke is just oil in a glass bottle. Do you see that? That's horrible. Dirt Coke, a dirt upgrade template. Yo, what? Okay, so it's inverted. Instead of dirt in the center and 7 diamonds, it's 1 diamond and 7 dirt. And you make it from a netherite upgrade template to begin with. I want to drink this oil so bad. Let me drink the oil. Is there cocaine in the Coke? No, it's just oil. It's just straight oil. No cocaine, only motor oil. Coke ore. Oh, do you just find this? What does Coke ore give you? Can I even break Coke ore with a sand pickaxe? It gives me Coke, of course, yeah. That's to be expected. Why does everyone add ores? Like, I feel like that's like an instant, like anytime anyone adds a new material, they just add an ore for it. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of having an ore for anything that's not a metal. You know what I mean? If it's not a metal or a gemstone, why do you have an ore for it, you know? Electron chip? How do you get electron chip? I bet you there's just some stupid electron ore. I'm sorry. I really hate. mod chip? How do you get an electron chip? I guess you just find them. What does a switch even do? Why even have this? I don't. They just, you just place them down. You just. Do not add a mod chip. Something bad will happen. Okay. Why? What the? It doesn't do anything. Hang on. Ah! That's actually pretty funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and then, yeah. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, that's pretty good. Is that it? Is that really the only thing that this is used for? 2 Switch motherboards to make the Switch 2 motherboard. That makes sense. What the heck is a wobbly? Wobbly robot 11. O11. Oh my goodness, its head just spun. Did you see that? A web head? Give me some web head. You know what I mean? Web head. He has no AI. Yeah, I don't think either of these have AI. Oh wait, no. Oh, there you go. They do have AI. What do you know? They just don't move them often. I don't know. I don't get either of these. I don't know what the reference is. Chip? How do you make a chip for potato? Actually, yeah, it makes sense. You just stone cut a baked potato into chips. Check if they attack. That's a good point. Okay, so they do attack back once you attack them, it seems. Or at least that guy does. Yeah, they both do, it seems. They're not very good, though. I'm here. Sorry for not coming quickly. No worries, Worley. No worries at all, man. We're about halfway through right now. How do you make a... Okay. So you take the sand. That's smooth. You see that with the 2 M's there on the smooth. That's on all of them. Hang on. It's on all of the armor. Oh, that's funny. Why is this armor actually legitimately good? Like, genuinely, why? This is kind of dumb. It's better than the deep slate. Why? I don't understand it. Why does this flavored chip actually look really good? How does one make cheese powder? Okay, fair enough. Some of these textures actually look kind of fire, not gonna lie. A round watermelon. Zaxby's chicken. Yeah, okay. The armor textures are a little lacking. Yeah, Zaxby's what, dude, bro? Homie is #1 Zaxby's fan over here. Syrup, chocolate syrup, oil. That's just the coal. That's just the coal texture. Hang on. That's just coal. That's the coal texture. That's just coal. Oh man. Oh. That's okay. Try to swim in it. I can swim in it. It's not bad. It does push me though. Why does it actually look kind of good once it starts flowing like this? All right, whatever. Man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I can't really find much else. Right to the review, man. Right to the review. So this is called Weird Stuff. I mean, it was definitely weird stuff. My first impression is probably 7 out of 10. It was pretty fun looking at the stuff. The video online is pretty cool. I'm kind of interested. The amount of content, you do have a decent amount. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's not a ton, but it's a decent amount. The quality of the content that's here, now you're kind of lacking. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Some of it's got some niche stuff. Some stuff kind of builds, right? Like the Switch. It's like, it does something and it's a little gimmicky, but that's it. Like, it doesn't actually perform a function. It's not great quality, but it does do something. You keep forgetting to look at the custom tabs. What do you mean? No, I looked at, that's the first place I checked was the custom tabs. Like, I always check custom tabs first, man. Right, we need oil? No. We can just do it. No oil in the store. Art texture quality is also kind of lacking. I'll give it a 3. I'm not a fan of most of the art textures. The creativity, you're nothing if not creative. Gotta give it a 6. You know what, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because, like, gravel armor, sand armor, that's really clever in my opinion. The Switch and whatnot is pretty clever. The chips and the food, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 for creativity. Now, uniqueness, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Because it is incredibly unique, but it's unique because no one's going to make a mod this dumb. Or this pointless. I would argue you to look for functionality and practicality with your uniqueness. Sand, you know, making sand armor is super interesting, but think about it, right? Like, if I was gonna forge sand into armor, wouldn't it turn into like glass? Wouldn't that be glass armor? You know, like, so if you're gonna be creative and whatnot, be creative in this way. Use the practicality, use the functionality of it. You know what I mean? So be a bit more creative, be a bit more unique. You know, immersion feel and vibe is just terrible. You can fix it all up a lot better. The Switch thing really got me. I'll give you a point for that. I really like your art texture, your texture for this chip. This one chip is going to earn you a bonus point as well. And then it is creative. It's super clever and creative and incredibly unique to make armor and stuff out of gravel and sand. I've never seen that done, but I would love to see it done more appropriately, you know, in a more fitting manner. But I'll give you a point for that as well. So we'll call that, let's tally that up, which gives you 7, 6, that's 13, 17, 20, 27, 32, 35, and 38 stars. Not a ton, but not bad. Not terrible. Not terrible. For something that's really this gimmicky and just kind of goofy. Calling this modder's pride and joy useless and stupid? No, dude, I didn't call... What did I call useless and stupid? I mean... It feels useless. I didn't say it is useless. I said it feels useless. You know, give me some more functionality there. Right? Right? Come on. Come on. All right, next up is going to be Bart Tech 2. It's one of the first mods that was submitted. And that first impression starts here. On the web page, apparently there are more photos and stuff. There are photos on the M-Creator version, but not on this version. So this is the version I'm judging because this is the newest version. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get right to it, man. Let's do a download. 1.21.1 NeoForge download file. That is the one he wanted me to download, right? Does he say? First Forge version is yeah, okay, fair enough. There we go. 1.20.1 here. Edit instance. Ace download the mod from CurseForge, but check pictures from the M-Creator because I tried making the M-Creator pictures good. Okay, you should put those on CurseForge, my man. Put them on CurseForge. Yeah, there we go. We can delete that. We can drag and drop Bartek over here, and then launch. While that is launching, let's go to MCreator's website and see if we can't find it on here real quick. My laziness prohibits me? No, do it. Do it right now, or I won't review your mod. Okay. Yeah, I see it. I dig it. You can see the progression here. You can see the progression. I think he started to add some building blocks. Looks like he's got some armor there. So this is Steam Age stuff. Electric Age stuff. Electric Age Part 2. And the Advanced Electric Age. Oh, wait, one more. Advanced Electric Age Part 2. Okay, so I think this is all brand new. If I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna call this BT2 and create the world. Nice Bartek 2 guidebook. Okay. So this has changed. Also, I fixed the book. I see. Wire mill. Looks like these rotate back and forth, which is kind of nice. Wire mill here. Copper wire. Cupronickel. Electrum. Superconductor. Nice. Okay, so over here, yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, guidebook. Right. Which, you know, recipe. You should really call it a recipe book unless you add more to it. Because right now, it's a recipe book. It's not a guidebook. It's not guiding me. It doesn't tell me what I need to do. Doesn't show me progression. It's just showing me recipes, which is dope. I love a good recipe book, but change the name or change its function. You know what I mean? Now you can only have one at once. Nice. That's also great. So like if I die, you're saying... Yeah, sweet. So it's not going to give me another one, which is great. The guidebooks are tricky because it's nice to spawn in with one, but you don't want to have too many. But if I leave and come back, he's saying it's not going to repopulate. Is get the best processor? You mean in game or like just in general? Hey, so my mod has not been reviewed yet. No, Warley, I have not gotten to Battle Bears. Battle Bears is going to be the last mod reviewed today. It has 2 updates. Then I'm glad I'll check. If you check the changelog, I'd be glad if you check the changelog of the 1.0 and 1.1.1 version. I uploaded yesterday. I'm not. Got you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, right. Yeah, so we rejoined and it did not give us another guidebook, which is nice. Textures all are mine now, dude. That's dope. Another dope thing. All unique custom textures, which is nice. All right, Bartek tools, the clean chamber, laser, and oh, interesting. How does that work? Advanced. Oh, I see. It's actually for calculating. I thought it was just gonna be like you right click on stone and it turns into stone bricks or something. And the laser cutter is similar. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, very similar. Makes sense. So we have 2 forms of electric drill. Oh, this is a saw. He just hasn't changed the name. I see. That's a bug. You need to change the name of the saw here to electric saw from electric drill. Saw. Yeah, I put it together. So we got an iron cog here, a steel turbine rotor, which looks pretty much stolen from Create. cassiterite dust, the boiler and whatnot. All of this, for the most part, seems old hat. And this is just creating wire, yeah. Right, and then from there, we're gonna upgrade to the electric age. Yeah, we've already seen the majority of this. And this is where you would make the drill and the saw blade, I would assume. So that's the buzz saw, yeah, makes sense. Quarry, which just generates materials for you, right? Oh, check this out. This is interesting. So you've got armor now, nano frame helmet. So this is a direct upgrade on netherite. That's actually great. I love to see an improvement on base game stuff. That's actually quite an improvement too. Polypropylene bucket, squished plastic bucket. Okay, all right. I dig it. I like that. And then you have the Ultima, and I'm assuming that's going to be the best armor you can get. Yeah, upgraded directly from the nano frame. And we've got some even crazier ingots. I like the colors here and the textures for the ingots. Neutronium ingot, which is probably its own thing, right? Yeah, okay, all checks out. And then the Ultima sword. Doesn't seem like there's a way to get the Ultima sword. Printing press is new from the electric age. Okay, gotcha. Printing press. Yeah, that's definitely new. So I will say the printing press doesn't have any pages in the tutorial here, or the guidebook. So you need to add something. What does this do? Allows you to copy enchantment books. That makes sense, honestly. I'm assuming it costs like lapis or something, probably. XP bottle. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't seem to work. Enchantment here, book here, bottle o enchanting. Oh, and got you. Battery. LV battery. Does a basic battery work? It does. Sweet. Oh, it consumed every single one of those. That's something you should look for. Because I'm willing to bet that I can do that same thing with one bottle. Yeah. So if I put a whole stack, you might want to just limit your stack input to 1 so that I can't put a whole stack here, because if I put a whole stack here, it'll consume the whole stack and give me a stack of glass bottles. So that's not great. I would highly recommend limiting the stack input to 1. Well, mods, have you checked out so far, State Bros? So I've actually seen, we've already checked out Weird Stuff, State Bros. We've done Commenter Craft, Hugs Mod, Weird Things, and we are currently on Bart Tech 2. No mod review of mine today? No, Warley. We will be doing Battle Bears today, Warley. It's just going to be at the end of the stream. It's the dead last on the list. So that's pretty cool. I like the printing press. Printing press is actually something like that I've been considering adding to my own mod. So that's pretty nice. Looks like you've got, yeah, a ton of different ingots and wafers and whatnot that you can now craft. Gravastars, tons of different dusts and ores and whatnot. Fusion reactor Mark 1. Okay, so this just makes, yeah, so we've seen this. Right. The electric blast furnace. Kind of? Yeah. Okay, I can see the God Force in here pretty clearly. Looks like it emits light, which is pretty cool. I have no idea what that's gonna do. It looks like you've got 6 slots that you can do stuff with. I don't know. Can smelt 6 stacks at once. Well, it's just deleting my items right now, which is kind of obnoxious. So you should probably fix that. That's pretty cool, though. I see. And it does it with no fuel. You do have to activate it, so it doesn't just do it automatically. But, yeah. What mod is next? Advanced Medieval. Get the best processor? Why do you keep telling me that? Why do you keep telling me that? It's Sheldon fast. Okay. Nice. Building blocks, steel stairs, plastic stairs. Warning block. How does one make a warning block? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, plastic. Makes sense with dyes around it. If it were me, I'd probably make this a plastic block, not a plastic ingot, but that's just me. Yeah, especially considering... Yeah, I would definitely make it a plastic block. It's ridiculous. Superconductor. Oh my goodness. Wow. What an expensive decoration. How does one make the factory door? And is the factory door, like, can you open it or does it require redstone? What's this texture look like? I can see you made the item model texture. Dude, both of these textures, pretty great. Would be better if this was like an iron door or it didn't open automatically. And instead required redstone. That could be pretty nice. I think that'd be nice. HPCA research station. I've seen that, obviously. I don't know where it is, though. The replicator, yeah. Sam does not currently have a recipe. But the replicator is like the in-game thing, right? Can craft basic chips on a much better ratio. Can craft higher tiers of chip. The beam line. Right, yeah, so we get the research station here. And the research station probably has some crazy crafting thing you gotta follow. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yep. All kinds of crazy data drives and stuff that you need. Like, why? Like, why would anyone want to bother to craft all this stuff? I don't understand it personally. Like, who cares? Like, I couldn't care less. It's a game, dude. All right, anyways. I don't, but then again, maybe, I mean, back in high school, I probably would have done that stuff all the time. I just, you know, life. We got other stuff to do. Beamline. How does this work? Can craft basic chips on a much. See, I feel like this is also not on the recipe book. Like, you should add a recipe book. I will say something though. Putting the title of the machine up in the top left corner, I think that's a recommendation I made. I love it. I like it. I've noticed that you've put it up there. It's very important. I'm planning to make the replicator harder to get. Fair enough. That makes sense. Research station has guidebook recipes. Yeah, the research station does, which makes sense. That's nice. But this beamline, whatever it is, does not. So it still needs them. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't want to bother. I don't actually want to get into breaking down what requires what in the actual progression of the game. If there are any machines or concepts that you've added or created that I have missed, let me know. But for the most part, I think I get the idea, and it's excellent. It's an excellent update on like an excellent building on top of what you had previously. Like I think I said previously, you did an excellent flow. It makes sense. It might be a little bit too cheap, but it's not confusing. It's not too grindy. So you said you're working on making the replicator a bit more expensive. That makes sense. You're adding other avenues, other pathways that are not directly leading you towards, you know, the end game, which is the replicator. So like at each avenue, like the electric age, you now have the opportunity to get drills and buzz saws. You know what I mean? So there are other avenues that you can branch down, right? And then you can start working on upgrading your netherite armor. That's another avenue for you to branch down. It's not just a matter of automating everything, but truly making an end game for the armor, for the weapons, for the decorations. You've started adding decorative blocks. Like, you've really taken the mod to the next level. And like I can tell, like from Bartek 1 to Bartek 2, noticeable considerable improvement. From Bartek 2 to the Bartek 2 update, noticeable considerable improvement. The armors are broken. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I did, from the first moment I saw them, I've been meaning to put them on, and I just kind of completely forgot. I like the textures for the armors too. Like, even the item textures here, they look good, you know? So yeah, we get speed 2, night vision, jump boost 2, and strength 2 with this full set of armor. I will say, on the body, the armor model here leaves a little bit to be desired. It is a little bit basic, you know, not my favorite, but it is pretty dang, I mean, it's good. I think the buffs are fair. I think they make sense for what the armor is. I think they also they work really well. So yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the armor. Let's try putting this part of the armor on. And now it is ridiculous. You get, I believe, pretty much, wow, this is speed, water breathing, night vision, jump boost, strength, pretty much every single positive effect there is. I will say it doesn't make that much logical sense for the armor to be this strong. Like I'm wearing heavy armor. Why am I swimming faster? You know what I mean? Like, if the crafting recipe, now don't get me wrong, here's the thing. If the crafting recipe involved a motor or something like that, or like a fan, or like hydraulics or something like that, so that it was evident that I am boosting the mechanical capabilities of the armor. So it's not me swimming, it's the armor that's making me swim so fast, because the armor is got motors in it or hydraulics in it, you know. That would make sense, but you kind of need to change the crafting recipe a little bit, I would think. The absorption makes sense already. I think Dolphin's Grace doesn't make sense. Resistance makes sense. Haste doesn't make sense, but like, once again, if you put servos, motors, pneumatics, or something like that in, Dolphin's Grace would make sense. Haste would make sense. Fire resistance still doesn't make sense unless this neutronium is fireproof, you know. But if neutronium is fireproof or explosion proof, boom, fire resistance makes sense. Speed still makes sense. Water breathing doesn't make sense, but like, if you added like an oxygen tank to the helmet or to the backpack, boom, once again, water breathing suddenly makes a lot of sense. Night vision makes sense. That was goggles. We covered that in the first helmet, so that's fine. Jump boost and strength also still makes sense. So if it were me, I would consider adding some sort of oxygen tank to the crafting recipe for water breathing, and adding some sort of like server pneumatics or something like that for the haste and the Dolphin's Grace. Neutronium is the hardiest substance that could ever exist, so that makes sense for the resistance and the absorption and the fire resistance. Boom, you've explained that. I mean, even with fire resistance, you could add some sort of insulation or something like that, but still. All right. But I dig it. I think this is a step in the right direction. Keep it in mind. Keep going in this direction. I like it. I like it. Form time. Man, I'm hungry. This is gonna be Bart Tech 2. My first impressions were pretty good. I'll give it a 6 or 7. Could you check out the Gravistar textures in the sword? I mean, I saw the Gravistar textures here. Honestly, when you first showed them off in the Discord, I wasn't a big fan. Looking at them in game with everything else around them, I think they look great. I think they match pretty well. I'll check out the sword, although it doesn't look like you have a crafting recipe for the sword right now, so no way to acquire it. It doesn't look like it has any special swings or attacks. And I've got the Ultima armor on. So I've got mad strength with me too. And I still only did about 50% damage to the Iron Golem. A little bit less than that. So, I mean, the burn is pretty nice, and the 3 attack speed is going to be pretty crazy. But not... Honestly, actually, I'd say it's balanced. It's not the most OP sword in the world, but I'd say that's actually just balanced. Like, realistically, you're not going to need a sword that does more damage than this, especially considering, like, if I really wanted to kill this guy, I could do 1, 2, 3, and he's dead. In 3 seconds, he's dead. That's insane. So, you can almost spam it with 36 base damage. Yeah. Like, it's not the most OP sword in the world, but it's balanced and strong, I would say. So, amount of content, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. You're pushing it. You're pushing the limit of, like, what I would say is almost too much, almost too grindy. But you're doing really good. Quality of the content, 9 out of 10, dude. You're really killing it. I really like this update. It's great. More stuff like this, but you are right at that edge of too grindy or too complicated or too confusing. So be very careful not to push it over that edge, because you're right there on that edge. Art and texture quality, I'd say, is a 9 out of 10. For the most part, I can't think of or see anything in here I don't like. Great textures. Creativity. You gotta be creative to keep pushing a mod like this, to push the envelope, to expand it, to extend it. I gotta give it an 8 out of 10. And unique features, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. You are pretty much mirroring and mimicking a lot of the built-in features that other tech mods add, so it's not the most unique mod in the world. But you're being creative about it, so I give you a 7 out of 10 here. I wish you could add armor trims within Creator. You can with a plugin. Not by default, but you can with a plugin. Replicator will be the last thing to progress for. That makes sense. Makes sense. Immersion, feel, and vibe is spot on, dude. Spot on. Feels great. Now, I don't know. I've never played in survival, so there's a good chance that you could do a better job integrating all the stuff you have here with vanilla survival. But I don't know. I haven't played in survival, so it's hard to say. Bonus points. I'm going to give you a bonus point for each set of armor because that is a great addition. I'm going to give you a bonus point for the inclusion of your decorative items. And I'm going to give you a bonus point for expanding on the machinery as well, because it's not something I would have thought you could do without confusing things. But you are standing right at that edge. It's about to get confusing. You're standing right there on the edge. I would be very careful about anything you add machinery-wise, at least raw machinery. Work on more tools, more armor, more custom items, more niche things. Like, look at what Mojang does, right? Like, you don't see Mojang adding processors that allow you to process materials faster. You see them adding copper golems, which creates unique solutions to real life problems that people are facing in the game. Start focusing on that type of update, and it would be absolutely fantastic. You can, guidebook improvements, I'll give you one extra, but we're gonna leave it there. Wow, this is easily going to be the best one, at least so far. Bartek 2 with 15, 14, 24, 33, 41, 48, 56, and 61 stars. Almost a stack. We have yet to pull a full stack of stars. I thought Bartek 2 was going to do it. I really did. I'm impressed. I really like it. Thought it was going to do it. Kind of surprised that it didn't. But that is going to bring us right along to Advanced Medieval, which is Tiny Dino's mod here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he has not resubmitted any better versions. Now, this is still an alpha mod once again, so it's gonna have some things that needs worked out. This is 1.21 loader mods. Bartek 2 we can delete, and then we can drag and drop Advanced Medieval right in there, and then launch. I actually plan on doing that, but first I want to finish off progression with the replicator rework. That makes sense, dude. That all makes sense. I think I gotta say, I feel like you're thinking along the right lines, on the right page. You know what I mean? We gotta download Peku real quick. 1.20.21 for NeoForge. Download file. Edit this instance one more time. Launch. And there we go. Perfect. This is going to be an after party thing now as well. I remember that being mentioned in a master mod submission stream. Probably not. I got to make lunch after this. You guys were asking if I was going to do an after party. Gonna do a stream gonna switch to the server once we finished. Probably not. I'm getting hungry, so I got to go make lunch, and I got a couple other things I got to get done for today. But I'll probably be back on the server later tonight. So, who knows? After I finish the replicator rework, I'll start working on more on overpowered legendary weapons, since I have a great idea for an update with 2 armors. What you should do, it would be really, really, really cool if you could combine, like, combine OPW with Bartek 2. Like, do Bartek 2 overpowered weapons expansion. You know what I mean? So expand on Bartek 2 to make overpowered weapons, right? Like, combine, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Making it an add-on for Bartek 2. But anyways, single player, create new world. Hugga likes that idea. This is going to be advanced medieval. I plan to combine all my mods, like overpowered legendary weapons, Bartek 2, and Creatium. Hello, now I've got my Twitch. What's up, Dino? Welcome to Twitch. We are just about to start out Dino's mod, Tiny Dino's mod, Advanced Medieval. So last time we checked it out, it was pretty cool. Had a couple of little bugs here and there. But for the most part, this is still an alpha mod. So checking it out, just once again, I really dig this model, but I feel like the texture is a little off. Like it's just a little bland. Like when I hold it in my hand, you can't really see. Oh, this is cool. Custom structure here. Custom structure looks like it's got a little bit too heavy of a spawn weight. It seems to be spawning, yeah, way too frequently, considering I can see 4 of them right from here. But I do like it. This texture, I like the shape, but the color. So this, all of this being one flat color, yeah, mix it up. You know what I mean? Mix up the color a bit more, blend it up a bit more, make it look less flat. But I do like the shape of this. I just think the color needs a little bit of work. This soul flare though, oh, that's beautiful. It could be a little, it could be tweaked. The border, the outline border could be a little darker, but it's beautiful. I do love this soul flare. And yeah, I can see that you've changed the scythe textures and all the other textures to be 16 by 16. That's looking good. Redwood door is better. I think it still leaves a little bit to be desired, but it is better. All of your textures are improving, man. They're all improving. They're looking better and better. I kind of dig that, not gonna lie. Poison dagger, oh, that's so cool looking. And the void battle axe, oh dude, all of these are really cool. This texture, rotten apple, that is terrible. That could be a lot better. And I'll tell you why it's terrible, because this is what the regular apple looks like. Take a regular apple and change this texture to make it look rotten. You know what I mean? Take this and rotify it. So, you know what I mean? Like, this looks completely different. You're acting like there's not an apple already in the game. Use this texture and modify it to make it look rotten. You know what I mean? The stretch, the push-ups. Oh my gosh. Oh, I totally missed it. We have 2 sets of push-ups that we have to do. The knight statue. Let's see if this has been improved on. The statue itself looks a little worse, but the block model has been fixed, which is for the best. I do like it a lot better this way, even though the model itself looks a little worse. I do think it fits better with Minecraft this way, and you're fixing a couple of issues that we were having before. So great work with the knight statue there. A bright, what is a bright? This is kind of cool. I think that this color doesn't exactly match. It needs to be adapted a little bit with the fins there, but I dig it. I like it. Let's go ahead and get the push-ups out. I'm gonna do 5 push-ups, stretch, and then another 5 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, I'm getting so weak. That's actually getting hard to do. That's bad. Ugh. Oh wow. Ugh. The other side. Oh wow. Ugh. Ugh. Whew. Thank you for the stretch. 5 more push-ups. Almost forgot about it. 5 more push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, So the Bright is going to be renamed to Bolt. It's a Lightning Blaze variant. That's cool. See, I will say I really like how Mojang was able to make a Blaze variant, but keep it with the, like, B to Z name. Like, Blaze to Breeze. It was really good. Really clean. It's too bad you can't really do much else with that. Like a Spark could be kind of cool. Like, I could see that you call it like a Spark. You already said it's going to be called the Bolt. The Bolt does fit pretty well. Blaze, Breeze. The Buzz. Why does Buzz also fit, right? Like lightning, buzz, electrical buzz, you know what I mean? I'd call it the Buzz. Because then it sounds like it's like an electric version of the Breeze. So you have the wind version, the fire version. The electric version is the Buzz. And the... What if there was like an earthy version, stone version? The Blitz. Blitz with a Z. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it in that same little convention for you. But I do like it. I dig it. It flew away, didn't it? It's over here. That's kind of cool. I think that these like little things should spin faster around it, not slower. But I do like how it's a Breeze variant or a Blaze variant. It's kind of cool. Lightning chest plate. Lightning scroll. Tall toothwort. Why does this... Dude, this does look like a tooth. Oh my goodness, and it really is tall. Oh, that's so freaky. Do you have any custom biomes? You do. Phantom Plains. Couldn't find Phantom Plains. I think we've seen the Redwoods. Oh, it's Phantom Plains in like a different dimension. That's probably like Trial Chamber. Phantom Plane. So bro, what? Why does this music have lyrics? This is actually a good song. I feel like I'm gonna get copyrighted for this. Gosh, why is this a good song? This is a game soundtrack. Gosh, I gotta add this to my playlist. Okay, so the Bright is going to... Yeah, okay. The Phantom Plains is in the Phantom Dimension. Oh, whole new dimension. So I think this is a little monotone. Like a little flat. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Like when you zoom out and look really far back, it looks really plasticky. You know what I mean? So I think making it richer like this, a little bit crisper, more contrast in there would be a little bit nice. And honestly, you could add a touch, I mean, just a touch more contrast here. But I actually really like the thick greenness of the redwoods, redwood leaves. Maybe a little contradictory, but I kind of really like it. I think it looks good, you know, that contrast there. Okay. This is pretty cool. Oh, I see. That's not going to be easy. Not easy to get in here. I do hope you realize, just know, you're giving people 2 skeleton spawners, easily close enough to set up a dual spawner grinder on the surface. So you don't even have to like go underground or dig an area out or anything like that. You're giving them 6 spawner grinders. That's a 6. Yeah, dude, an easy grinder farm set up way early game. I don't know if I would do that, man. It might be a lot safer to just put like 1 dangling from the ceiling or something. But it's pretty cool. I dig it. Wait a minute. There's a secret final floor? Dude. And you've got the parkour set up here? I didn't even catch that, man. That's pretty smooth. I will say this parkour is not that hard. I did just miss that jump, but... And that jump's not the easiest either. Dude, you really are giving this person... Like anyone who discovers this now has so many skeleton grinders. All you gotta do is stand like right here, and they're all activated. Definitely turn the spawn rate of this structure way down. Way down. It spawns in way too much. And that decaying forest, I'm assuming, is also in a different dimension. I don't know how to get to those dimensions. Otherwise, I'd go check them out. If you want to tell me how, that'd be nice. What can you do with a rotten apple? Probably nothing. You just eat it. Doesn't make me sick, which is weird. I feel like it should make me sick. Bright powder, I'm assuming, drops from the bright, which is pretty cool. A bloom, a forest chart. Oh, that's cool. I get it. Bloom. Yeah, like the forest. It's a forest version of the breeze. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the model. I see what you're going for. Like, trees are nice and tall, so you make it tall like a tree, and then it's a forest blaze. I'm not a fan, personally, of the model. But I do love the idea. Bounding box is way too short, but I do love the idea of a bloom and a bright, or whatever you want to call it. I think they are great ideas. Phantom bricks. How do you make fire legs? Well, how do you make, honestly, you make lightning armor? Got you. Lightning scroll, iron helmet, bright powder. Blank scroll, you power it up to a 1, and then a 2, and then a 3. Cool. I like it. So the scrolls are like enchanting or like smithing upgrades. Lightning dagger, you take the iron dagger. I dig it. There's a block which will allow you to go to the phantom dimension. Phantom, yeah, okay. How? Which block? Decay. Looks like you've got a whole new type of tree here that's decaying. Oh, and the forest charges like bone meal. That's actually really cool. That's actually super clever. I may not like the model, but I love the idea, and the forest charge acting like bone meal is brilliant. Like this is just brilliant, dude. It's called Soul something. I can't remember. Okay, I'll look for it. I also like this. So you would think that, hey, it's a decay sapling. If I bone meal it, It should give me a decay tree, but that doesn't really make sense, does it? How do I grow a tree that's decaying, right? Those are two opposite things. So I like the idea. I actually really like the fact that when you bone meal the decay sapling, it grows into a regular tree. You're like re-nourishing it, which I really like. Soul Flare, is it one of these Soul Flare things? Soul Charge? Block of Soul Flare? Flint and Soul Flare? Just no, that's not it. Soulfoil Blade is pretty cool. That's seems to be worse than the sword though. It's black and blue. Essence Chamber. I'm a genius. These particles would get really annoying really quickly in a real world, not gonna lie. Phantom Lands, Phantom Logs. Ooh, that purple color. I dig it. Phantom Sapling, Phantom Logs. Pretty cool. Duskweed. Right, so it's usually pretty black in here. I've got infinite night vision right now. Phantom logs look like the phantom trees just spawn like acacia trees. Having the water and the grass be just jet black is evil. Phantom stone, now that looks pretty cool. I just finished the replicator model. Nice. To plant the duskweed is sand. It looks really cool. I really like the way this duskweed looks. I want to plant it and see what it looks like once it's been planted. I dig it. I like it. Echo hop. I dig the phantom stuff. Wisp essence. What does that do? Oh, it's used to make the essence chamber. Fair enough. Makes sense. And blackstone. Yeah, cool, cool. Oh. Does it spawn in Skulk or something? It looks cool. I think that's pretty much it. So we haven't seen this bright rod. I think that this is probably just supposed to emit light. It doesn't really seem to do anything. It's probably just meant to emit light, but it doesn't. Because that'd be hard to do, just to make it emit light while you're holding it. I'm not entirely sure where these decayed trees spawn, but I mean, that's fine. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everything. I'm not really seeing anything overt that we missed. What is this? Pixie silkweed? That's pretty cool. Not my favorite flower. Actually, this texture leaves a little bit to be desired. and having it place offset like that is off-putting. I would disable the offset, the random model offset, like you can see here, because with a crop texture like this, with the crop format, you're gonna want it to look more even and less random. But that's pretty good. I'm gonna say that's gonna be it for Advanced Medieval. If I missed anything, let me know. Leave a comment, let me know, please. We got a couple minutes while I'm doing this review, so we can still take a look at it. But I think that's pretty much everything. Big improvements since the last one. Last one, it seemed like it was just a concept. Now it feels like you're actually starting to nail some stuff down. So my first impressions were pretty good. I'm gonna say 6 or 7 out of 10. The amount of content, I'm gonna once again say 7, because there's a decent amount of content here. Nowhere near what I feel like you're gonna have when you're ready to release it, but it is looking great. The quality of the content that's there is pretty high. Some of it's great, some of it leaves just a little bit to be desired. Like I think the redwood leaves a little bit to be desired texture wise. This armor texture needs to be redone. Just a few things like that. So I'm gonna say 6 on the quality. Art and texture quality is also gonna be a 6. The creativity, I think it's very creative. I love the creativity of this mod. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. And then uniqueness, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, because I do feel and find that most of the stuff here is very unique. It needs a bit more, creativity, a little bit more TLC, but I do feel like it's very unique. And the immersion feel and vibe is also lovely. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I love the immersion and the feel of this mod. The overall vibe, it's great. Dino says the decaying forest is in the phantom dimension. All right, let's go back. I gotta check it out. I want to see those decaying trees. Advanced Medieval, the decaying forest. Okay. So you get a step from black to gray. It's actually funny that the decaying part of this dimension is lighter in color than the rest of it. These decaying trees do look cool. I do like the gray. Wish they had a bit more of like... See, I think it would be a bit cooler if it was like the dark oak style of spawning. 2x2 and whatnot. I think it would just look a bit better as a tree. But I really like the textures here. The texture of that log looks so good. Let me get myself an axe. See if I can strip it. So I can't strip it. Or the phantom log. So that's something that needs to be worked on. But I do really like the textures of the decaying stuff. Yeah, even that's pretty good. Let's see here. For converting some of your textures over to 16x16, but being able to maintain how cool they look, that's easily a bonus point. Fixing the night statue, I'm gonna give you an extra bonus point there. I love the idea with the bloom and the bright. Keep working on those. I'm gonna give you an extra bonus point from that. The scrolls, having them in and working, that seems pretty cool as well. And then I feel like you deserve one more. I just feel like you deserve one more for everything. It all feels well together. It fits together. It's very exciting. It makes me want to explore it. I'm excited for it. So I like this. So Advanced Medieval gets 7, 14, 20, 26, 35, 43, 51, 56 stars. I think that's second. I think that's second place, maybe third place, for this mod review. So that's pretty dang good, man. Pretty dang good. Which brings us to the last mod that we are going to review today, Battle Bears. Now, we've done Battle Bears before. Apparently, I think Warley said there have been 2 updates. Ace, do your hydrate and setups? I should. Have you ever seen a fly sleep? A fly sleep, like a fly, the insect sleep. No, but I don't think flies have eyelids. So like if a fly was just sitting there not moving, it could be sleeping, you know? Right? Like it could be. So how would I know the difference between a fly that's just sitting there and not moving and a fly that is asleep? I don't think I would be able to tell. You know? Thank you for chatting with us. Thank you very much. I need you to go. Bye. No worries, Dino. Thank you for tuning in and chatting with us, man. Yeah, but just check the changelog. Just check changelog and mod files and play the 1.0.1 version. Gotcha. Files. Here we go. 1.0.1 version. So it looks like this is changelog. Remade textures from Bear Warrior, Bear Stomper, and Bear Glaric. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's a lot of textures, man. Remade animations. Nice. Bears can now follow you if you tame it. That's nice. Fix skills from bears. Activate skills if attacks creatures entities too. Range bears can attack creature entities if the owner gets attacked too. Got you. So they will now defend the owner. That makes sense. Fixed bear bravos Brikovzia debuff skill. Balanced bear nucleus added plus. I don't know what bear nucleus is, right? Yeah. Fix some mob spawners from structures and improved descriptions. Added swim speed to ground bears. That's pretty nice. Check the changelog of the if you like. I can check. So wouldn't we have played this version? I guess that we played the beta and this is an official release, huh? Oh my god. Gosh. Bear Kamikaze, Jack Bear, Bear Shelter. Wow, dude, he added a ton. Yeah. Balanced, rebalanced, remade textures and animation from Bear Cannon. Changed recipe for Steak Plus. Changed upgrade recipe of upgrade bears to 2nd level. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be so much here. Oh wait, it's the wrong version. There we go. Oh goodness, what version what version of Minecraft was that for? Forge 1.20.1. Edit instance, versions, loader mods. Things can be deleted. Bear battle bears right there. And then launch. Perfect. I just realized that you couldn't see any of that. Which is my bad. 1.20.1 and the newest version of the mod is the 1.0.1. Gotcha. All right. Bum, bum. All right, create new. Battleless bears. Battle bears. Creative, create new world. Ace, what should I eat for dinner? It depends on what you have. Spaghetti. Make a nice spaghetti. It's always a nice go-to. Most people are gonna have enough the required ingredients for a nice spaghetti. Dude, okay. Dig this real quick. Put a quick pause on everything else that's going on. Here's what I did for dinner last night. Homemade recipe. Didn't get this off the internet. I made this up myself. Bought myself some pork chops, right? Bought myself some pork chops and I soaked. By the way, if you ever make pork chops, anyone out there who's ever making pork chops, step 1, soak your pork chops in a salt water bath for 30 minutes. Does wonders. I'm telling you, no matter what type of pork chops you're making. If you are making pork chops, soak your pork chops in a saltwater bath for 30 minutes before you cook them. That's the best way to make pork chops. It's going to make them nice and juicy. It's going to help to prevent overcooking and help prevent them from drying out. So step number 1, soak your pork chops 30 minutes, saltwater. Saltwater brine. Then you take that pork chop, throw it on the pan, and you take that pork chop, pat it dry, pull it out of the saltwater brine, pat it dry. You're going to want to season it with salt, thyme, rosemary, and orange zest, okay? Salt, thyme, rosemary, orange zest. Throw that in a bowl, season your pork chops. You can do about a tablespoon of each, or just to taste, or whatever you prefer. It's up to you. Rub that coat nice on both sides of the pork chops. Throw it in a skillet. Pan sear those pork chops about 3 to 4 minutes on both sides, right? Take your chops off the stove, off the skillet. Take your skillet, and you're gonna want to add some rice wine vinegar, about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Turn the heat down to about medium, and scrape the bottom of your pan. You're gonna decanter that pan with the rice wine vinegar. Then from there, you're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of butter, and then you're gonna add about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, right? And then thinly sliced red onions. Keep that on about medium heat, and cook that for like an hour, stirring occasionally, and caramelize your onions. So now you've got caramelized onions and garlic with some butter and rice wine vinegar in this pan that you just cooked your pork chops in. Once you get that good to go, you're going to want to add about 1, maybe 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. A little bit of salt, the juice of the orange that you zested previously, and honestly, that's probably fine to leave it at that. You're going to want to bring that to and then about let's say 1/4, maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese. Mix that into your sauce, and bring that to a gentle simmer. If it's too liquidy and you want it to be thicker, you can continue to simmer until it thickens. You can add cornstarch to thicken it up, or you can just leave it as is. For me, it was fine as is. So why is the French Johnny Depp teaching us how to cook? Because I love cooking, dude. I love cooking. Someone else asked me, he said, what should I have for dinner tonight? So here's the answer. Dude, don't blame me, bro. Don't blame me. You can blame... Oh, gosh. Who asked? Dino? I think it was Dino. I love to cook, though. I love cooking, too. So yeah. You take that, you throw your pork chops back in the pan, let them soak in that sauce. Pop that in the broiler for about 3 minutes. And, dude, it is... fantastic. It's absolutely delicious. I made some hugga. Nice. Helga did ask, and I made some asparagus to go with that. It's really good, really good. But anyways, back to the test. What are you talking about? Y'all play the fail, and more than half the time I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Andrew Plinkovic, thank you for joining and chatting with us. Anyways. I very much appreciate it. What is this? What is going on here? Huh. Okay, then. Welcome again. Yeah. This is great. I love this little, like, intro here. Skills. Cool. And he's got his own little, like, icons for each of the different skills. That's so cool. Skills enables when a bear sets its attack target. That makes sense. Gotcha. Dude, this is, like, actually crazy. The amount of work that Worley has put into this mod is absurd. I don't know what that is, what those particles are. I just don't think I'm going to, so. I have a cooking suggestion. You should add some crude oil for the sweet aftertaste. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't even use canola oil because it's gross. So, no. Why is bro not playing an actual mod pack? I'm just playing a mod. Did you read... Did you read the description of the title of the stream? Because it doesn't say playing a mod pack. It doesn't say... I think the title of the stream would help you a lot with your confusion. Yeah, Barton. Yeah. Anywho, this is, dude, I mean, this is nuts. I dig it. Oh gosh, dude, this is so much work, Worley. It's always so impressive, your mods. Like, you don't cut corners. You always put in as much effort. Like, look at this. How much time does it take you to create these little images? I don't think they'd take too long, but to do one for every single one, and then you list out the description, and then you have the animation, and then you have little things like that, where, like, as soon as I got this, it gave me the advancement, and then gave me like a starting kit for getting my first bear. Like, dude, Worley, you go hard, man. And then it's got the animation, dude. Yeah, and he looks like a little tribal warrior right now, which makes sense. But if I give him some steak plus, he's probably... Do I throw it at you or something? Oh, I probably have to craft it, don't I? Oh, hey, buddy! Guys, guess what? Guess who's here? Oh, our best friend. Do you guys remember when Jasper would stay with us when we would do streams? Do you remember when he'd hang out with us on stream? Aw, precious little Boo Bear. Oh, kitty. He's like... Oh, buddy. Are you okay? Oh, goodness. Hang on. Alrighty. I am very sorry about that with the extended break and whatnot, but after I picked him up, he I'm sure you heard it. He made a not good noise, and I could see it. I don't know if you could, but his arm got twisted kind of behind his back like this, and when he walked off, he was limping and he wouldn't put weight on it, and that's not a good thing. So I just wanted to make sure he was okay. So I went and double checked, and he's clearly it clearly hurt, but I think he just strained it a little bit. I don't think anything's torn. I don't think anything is overstretched or anything like that. But yeah, when I picked up Jasper to show you guys on camera, one of his arms got twisted back behind his back like this, which, I mean, for a human, that's not a big deal. But when you're a four-legged creature and your arms are supposed to go like this, that's really unnatural. So, he is walking okay. He has a little bit of a limp. I mean, here's the thing. Cats are incredibly good at hiding their emotions and hiding their injuries because they don't want people to think that they're weak. They don't, they're small animals. They don't want to look like prey. So they're incredibly good at hiding their injuries. He appears to be okay. He's walking with a tiny bit of a limp. And later tonight after streaming and whatnot, I'll probably, once he lets me, go up to him and just do some small range of motion tests with his arm and whatnot, just to make sure he's okay and he's not feeling any extended pain. But I might have to take him to the vet tonight. He's doing okay right now. But there's I don't think he dislocated. If he dislocated his shoulder, he should have absolutely no control over it, which is not the case. He does have control over it. He can move it. He's just not putting weight on it. I think he might have overstretched it. Raging Beast 99 over on YouTube. Yo, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Sorry, we're not. This is probably not what you were expecting. My cat just came in here and I showed him up on camera and whatnot, and his arm got all twisted up and he made a bad sound and ran away, and it freaked me out. So I went and chased him down. And anyways, just a recap of what we're talking about and what's been going on. But thank you for tuning in, Raging Beast over on YouTube. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He should be fine. I'm just gonna keep an eye on him. Honestly, at the I'm gonna look up what time the vet hospital around here closes, because they probably close at 5. That gives me like 3 hours, and if he has had absolutely no improvement in 3 hours, I'll probably take him into the vet just to be safe, because I mean, he's my cat, he's my animal. I care about him. So yeah, he should be okay. If I had to take a guess. But we were here reviewing Warley's bear mod, gushing over how Warley always seems to go all out. So then we can upgrade to a bear warrior level 2, and they go from this little tribal to like, looks like they've actually got like a bit of a shirt on, maybe some pants. What's the max one? Level 3? And then he's got like armored out. Dude, yeah, no, I mean, it's logical progression. It makes sense. It checks out. It works well. Dude. You know how the back of your arm on your desk and it hurts a bunch, like hitting a nerve? Yeah, your funny bone, like right about there. Yeah, that's actually right there. Did you know that? So if you can see the bone right there. That's the bone that feels really weird if you hit it. That's the funny bone. But right up here, right under it, you can put your thumb and like actually wiggle the tendon that's getting hit, because it's not the bone that makes it feel weird, it's a tendon, and there's a tendon that runs along that bone right there, right? And you can take here and wiggle the tendon back and forth. Oh my gosh, it feels weird. And it will give you a brief sensation of like that funny bone, like, ooh, arm tingling. Like every time you do that it tingles. uh, maybe you just got him in the nerve and he just got scared and ran away. Oh, possibly. Possibly. I don't think so though, because it's not like I hit him or anything. It's that I was like holding him. So I think I was like holding him, and I think I had my like thumb around his paw or something, and he went to turn, and like my thumb kind of caught his arm because it was around his paw, so he went to turn and it went like this and it stretched his arm back, you know. That's what I think happened. And that's like, it's kind of the same situation where it's like, oh yeah, in the moment it hurts and it feels really weird. It's not going to feel good. But if you just kind of keep moving it, keep stretching it, and slowly put some more weight on it, it'll all heal up and it's okay within just a few hours, you know? Maybe a cramp. Yeah, something like that. Possibly cramp, probably something with a nerve. Who knows? But he doesn't seem to be in consistent pain at the very least. All right, we got a structure over here. Which, so I'm pretty sure if we were in survival, yeah, we would have to break these chests, yeah, to get rewards. The Jack Bear. Oh, dang! Okay, yeah, that's brand new. And the Galaric, I think we've already seen. Yeah. Yeah, but this is brand new. I do wish there was a way, and maybe there is, and I'm just not good enough, or I don't know. Bear Cannon. I don't know if we've seen this guy yet either. I wish there was a way to pick them back up once we set them down, because like I think the only way to pick them back up is to kill them, right? Oh, killing them does not give me the thing back. Okay, well, I do wish there was a way to pick them back up. What's up, Luffy? RT Luffy. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in and chatting with us. Yeah, I don't know what's up with all the like structure spawning, like why there are so many structures spawning specifically like in this immediate area. They are spawning in water, which is a bit of a problem. I mean, this one actually kind of looks like it's supposed to spawn in water, but maybe not. I don't know. Wither skeleton. Husk. That's really interesting. Why is this flooded? I don't think it's supposed to be flooded. I think that's just what it is. Like, because it spawned in water. Huh. I do dig the structures, though. The addition of all the different structures is pretty cool. You do need to make sure it's not spawning in water. That's easy mistake, I guess, is to have it spawn here. In the description says how to tame it. Got you. Oh, wait, I remember. Yeah, Ace, I hate when pets get hurt. Now I'm worried about Jasper. Yeah, me too. He should be fine. There's only so much you can do. Oh, hang on. All right, that was my sister. She's keeping an eye on him for me. And he is putting full weight on the arm again. He seems to be acting more or less completely okay. So that's a really good sign. And that's kind of what I figured, that it probably didn't hurt too much. It probably wasn't like a terrible thing. It was more just like it spooked him, freaked him out, and he was like, it kind of like strained his arm, stretched his arm a little bit. And I mean, you ever played basketball? You go to catch the basketball, and instead of catching it, the ball hits you in the finger and jams your finger up, and you're like, ow, ow, and it hurts for a bit. And then after a while, it doesn't hurt too much. Honestly, I think something like that is worse than what happened to him, you know? I think he's totally fine, so. After you're at the vet, you really need to update us. Honestly, if his behavior returns to normal before like 3 o'clock, I'm not gonna take him to the vet because I don't have a ton of money. And if he's acting fine, he doesn't. I'm not spending money on if he's fine. You know, I think he just felt one big time pain. He got a little scared. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to keep you updated in the Discord. Yeah. But I feel confident that he's doing okay. So the witch at the top's kind of nice. The pillager spawns on all of these. That's brutal, dude. You got yourself a nice pillager spawn. Spawn farm though. I will say, you guys, I mean, the spawners are nice, but I think you guys are totally underestimating. Like, if you fill your structures with spawners, it's really easy to create farms, you know? Oh, and there's another structure. Dude, so many structures. So we need to check out all the specific bear types that he said were brand new. Hang on. Hang on, we can bring the chat back. Pillager, 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 vindicator. Oh, dang, with the vindicator. That is like free. Oh, no, not vindicator. I was thinking evoker. I was like, dude, that's like straight up free totems, but no, it's a vindicator, not an evoker. Wow, this is, dude, he's spam. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the spam with the spawners. I'm a big, I'm really hesitant to do stuff like that in my structures. It's just, I mean, I'm really aware that of like, if you take that structure and obliterate it, it's suddenly just a big farm now, you know? All right, let's see what's new. Added the bear panzer. So let's look at the various levels of bear panzer. Bear Panzer, very high HP, lethal damage, slower to ready up, can apply resistance and speed boost for nearby allies. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a tank. I mean, a Panzer is a type of tank, so that makes sense that it's a bear in a tank. And naturally, the level 3 looks completely different. They honestly all look not identical, pretty different, right? Just kind of nice. I love the model. Worley always outdoes himself with the models. I need to, and the sounds and just everything. It all works so well. It always does. The next one is the bear nucleus. Normal HP, but it deals idle damage. It seems that the bear nucleus is like a nuclear version of bear, which makes sense. Yeah. So that's going to be where the idle damage comes from, is just having it nearby. I wonder if its idle damage increases in radius. That's pretty cool. I like the rotating gear here. The Prodigy. Okay, so he's like a magic bear. Lower HP, higher damage. Every attack slows the target. Every attack recovers health. Okay, so we got the different colors. We got the pink. Honestly, I dig the pink one. It's pretty cool. And we got all the particles and animation spawning with them. That's classic Worley. Dude, what a, like, so well put together mod. The Brutus, which seems to be, I mean, that's really cool. He's got the log up there. And then a reinforced log. I was actually sitting here wondering if he was going to upgrade the log at all. And then this one with the heavily reinforced log.
Dude. This one's gonna be like an ally bear. He's buffing allies, it seems. Yeah, kind of like the Glaric, and he's just getting more and more advanced. The beard, oh, that's cool. Bear kamikaze, yeah, they're robots. That makes sense, honestly. Pretty cool. I like the upgrade here. Dude, there's just so many good things. It's crazy that this is one update, right? It's not the full mod. In one update, he added all of these things. We've seen the Jack Bear, but we haven't seen the bear shelter. It's a helper. Yes, this is another helper, which makes sense. He added a bunch of support. I think previously there was only one, maybe two supports. So yeah, this guy's gonna walk around and apply shield effects to all of the... Dude, look at this guy with the helmet. Dang, dude, that's cool looking. That's all really cool looking. And there's now... How do you tame the bear? Oh, so an encapsulizer would allow me to restore a bear to card form? Just despawn a bear and take its card. Only works if the bear is tamed. Got you. How does one tame? That's going to be in the newest version, right? No, that's only follow. How does one tame? Is it beef? Is it beef? I can't remember. How does one tame these bears? Right click on the bear. Bears can be tamed by cooked pork chops and steak. Right, yeah, there we go. And then I can punch that guy. Yeah, and if I replace him down, he's not tamed anymore. So that is one thing I will say. I don't know how feasible that is, but like, if I tame, say, this bear kamikaze, if I tame him and then pick him up, I should then, when I place it back down, he should still be tamed, right? Like, so this guy's not tamed anymore. I have to retame him. But if I pick him back up, I have to retame him again. You see what I'm saying? So it should be able to memorize whether or not that bear has been tamed. Would be a really nice addition. But without further ado, you want to see you guys take on a wither? Dang, surprisingly, the initial explosion was not enough to kill the vast majority of them. Oh my goodness. Dude. Dang, I mean, a lot of them are almost dead, don't get me wrong. Wither almost clapped back for a lot of them, but not quite enough. Dude, they are clapping the Wither's cheeks, dude. Dude, these battle bears are good. How does one craft most of these? Like, how do you get these? Do you have to just discover them? So it looks like the base versions, yeah, you have to discover them. But then you can upgrade them with Stake Plus. Yeah, with Stake Plus. And a block of copper for some reason. I don't know what the block of copper is there for. But what is the hive boss? Oh, it's an alien. Dang, this thing is so cool. Dude, what a cool boss fight. It's got a phase 3? Dude, what? Dude, this thing almost wiped my bears. I've only got like 2 left. It looks like the Brutus have the most health. And the Nucleus here. Dude. 2 left. Almost dead. Looks like I only got like this one rare message, which is kind of BS in my opinion. Like I would like to get like a nice item from that or something, you know what I mean? Right click on Bear Panzer without the encapsulizer. For boss battles, I recommend take at least 2 Bear Glarics. That makes sense. Because it's recommended, yeah. You thought you defeated me. This is not the end. Little ant. There's more like me walking in the woods waiting for you. Yeah, right. Dude. I don't know if my message is actually gonna matter later, but that would be so cool if it does. Like, if you could actually make that message that I typed out matter. What's with all the ancient debris in the Stake Plus? What dropped that? All right, you said to right click on Bear Panzer without the encapsulizer. Oh. Oh! It allows you to, it gives you control over them. That's cool. So you can like mount them. I wish it put me like a little bit higher because I have to go into F5. Like I can't see anything here. But that is cool. It's really cool actually. This is such a cool mod. It really is. Yeah. Zenith, you are absolutely right that this mod is ridiculously cool. Battle bears, man. It's so well, like, it's so cohesive. It's so well put together. Like, it knows exactly what it's doing. That boss, super cool. Would love to see a couple more enemies like that. Maybe a couple more, another boss or something would be super cool. Would love to see my bears stay tamed once I pick them up. Man, I think that's pretty much it. that's pretty much it. It's just for mobilization. Makes sense. Makes sense. Man, that is so cool. That I always love reviewing this mod, not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite mods to review. Like anything from Warley, let's be real. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So Battle Bears, first impressions. Man, same as always. I would say my first impressions were actually a 7 out of 10, but my impressions leaving it are like 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. So it's even better, which is crazy. The amount of content is pretty damn crazy. I got to give it an 8 out of 10. It's not, no, 9 out of 10. It's not the peak it could possibly be, but it's pretty much. Like, there's structures all over the place, so many different types of bears, bear upgrades. It does what it's trying to do. It's got a nice boss, a 3-phase boss. That boss was so sick, so cool to watch. Quality of the content is 10 out of 10. It's all 10 out of 10. And the art and texture quality is also 10 out of 10. Just absolutely. The creativity, now man, you're super creative. I gotta give it to you. But I feel like I gotta give it an 8 or 9 out of 10. Because at the end of the day, while this is incredibly unique and creative in the animations and the elements and whatnot, I think at its core, what it is obvious. You know what I mean? Like at its core, it's a tower defense game. You know, and what he's making. So it's not that perfect creativity 10 out of 10, but it is incredibly creative. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. As far as unique features go, there aren't really many unique features, especially if you're talking update-wise. Most of it does add different types of bears, and the bears are unique and do their own thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to try to say that there's no reason to use, you know, this one over this one or anything like that, or that the new bears are pointless. That's not what I'm saying at all. But they are all the same thing. Like, really, you have 4 things in this mod. You have bears, you have the food and utility items used to upgrade the bears, like and chests and whatnot, enemies, and structures. Like, and that's really it. So the unique features is a bit lacking. Once again, I'm just being a little nitpicky, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because this is incredibly unique. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10. But for these reasons, it's not as high as the other ones. In the upcoming update, I'm going to add more bosses, more bears, and new mechanics to improve bears and players. That's just beautiful, dude. That's insane to think that you could even do that. Like, forgot to say, an aid bear can deal benefits to the player too. Oh, that's dope. That's actually really dope. That's nice. That's like a whole strategy. It's like, I am the army. I'm the one fighting. I have aid bears to support me, but I don't have any other combat bears. You know what I mean? Immersion, feel, and vibe. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And I give it an 8 out of 10 only because, like, if you created a custom texture pack to go with this that retextured the grass and the trees and everything else, I think it could be, like, so insane. With the immersion, but your battle bears don't exactly fit in Minecraft. It's evident that you just happened to choose Minecraft as a medium for creating battle bears, so it gets an 8 out of 10 and nothing higher because of that. Bonus points. You added everything that's so awesome, and you added a ton of it, and you added a boss that's awesome. All of that deserves bonus points. That's 3 bonus points right there. Man, I'm going to give you another bonus point for that boss fight because it was so cool. It was actually really cool. And I'm going to give you one more bonus point as motivation to keep on going because I really do love this mod and I want to keep seeing what you do. So, Panzer can deal velocity and resistance to the player, and Shelter can deal you protection. That's actually really dope. I need to look into the... It would be actually really nice if you added a second creative inventory here that had all the letters, just the letters, all the envelopes, all the messages. So like that opening letter, which had the opening stats and stuff, it's gone. I can't get that back, unfortunately. So it'd be really nice if in the creative menu you had them here, just so that you could go through them and select them and grab them if you wanted, you know. Protection and incremental damage to vanilla entities. That makes sense. Not monsters, though. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, let's add it up. So battle bears, that's going to be 7, 16, 26, 36, 45, 51, 59, 64. There it goes. Right at the end of the stream. Last mod, a perfect 64-star mod. That's nuts. Usually it goes opposite, where like the first mods we review are really good and the later mods we review are not. Dude, I love battle bears. Keep tweaking it around. I don't even know. I don't know. Like, you've clearly got a beautiful vision, and I trust that vision. It works well. So you know what you're doing. Take this feedback how you will, and keep working on it. Please keep working on it, because it's a great mod. And I would love to see some more of it. But that's gonna do it. I would have stuck around and hopped on the server and done some other stuff, but with my cat getting injured and the fact that I haven't eaten anything all day, so I kind of want some food is another thing. I'm gonna call it right there. So thank you everyone that stopped by. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have shown on this stream. It's been absolutely nuts, and I will catch you